Welcome to our channel. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and let me tell you, I've seen it all. Today, we're diving into a topic that's far too common and often misunderstood: toxic love. Now, we've all had relationships that haven't worked out, haven't gone the way we wanted them to. But toxic love, that's a whole other animal. We're going to uncover 10 alarming signs that you're in a dangerous relationship. Signs that you might be so caught up in that you don't even see. And look, recognizing these signs is the first step, but we're also going to talk about why it's essential to escape these situations. Now look, everybody criticizes their partner from time to time, right? It's normal to get annoyed or frustrated, and sometimes you just got to say something. But there's a big difference between healthy communication, even a little constructive criticism, and constant negativity. If your partner is always putting you down, making you feel small or inadequate, that's a huge red flag. This constant barrage of negativity day in and day out, it chips away at your self-esteem. It makes you start to doubt yourself, your worth, your very being, and that's no way to live. You deserve to be with someone who builds you up, who celebrates your strengths, not someone who constantly tears you down. Remember that. One of the sneakiest tactics these toxic partners use is isolation. They slowly but surely cut you off from your friends and family. They plant seeds of doubt about the people you love, make you think they're against the relationship, that they don't have your best interest at heart. And you know why they do that? Because they want you all to themselves. They want to control the narrative, control who you talk to, who you see, who you can turn to for help. They want to be your only source of support, even when they're the very source of your pain. This is a major red flag, folks, and it's often the first sign that something is seriously wrong. Now, a little jealousy, it can be a normal human emotion, right? But when it's extreme, when it's all-consuming, that's when it becomes a problem. These folks, they get jealous over every little thing: a phone call, a text message, a glance in the wrong direction. They accuse you of things you'd never even dream of doing, and it's exhausting, mentally and emotionally. And let me tell you something, this kind of extreme jealousy, it's not about love, it's about control. They want to control your every move, who you talk to, where you go, who you look at. They're threatened by your independence, by your strength, by your very essence. Chapter 4. Gaslighting, are you going crazy? Gaslighting is one of the most insidious forms of emotional manipulation out there. This is when someone tries to make you doubt your own sanity, your own memory, your own perception of reality. They'll deny things they said or did, even when you have clear evidence. They'll twist your words, make you feel like you're the one who's losing it. They'll tell you you're too sensitive, too dramatic, that you're imagining things. And let me tell you something, gaslighting is incredibly damaging to your mental health. It can make you feel anxious, depressed, confused, and completely isolated. Chapter 5. Mood swings, walking on eggshells. Living with someone with unpredictable mood swings is like walking on eggshells, never knowing what you're going to get. One minute they're all lovey-dovey, the next they're flying off the handle. And you never know what's going to set them off. It could be something you said, something you did, or just their own internal chaos bubbling over. This kind of unpredictability creates a constant state of stress and fear. You're always on edge, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it's exhausting. Chapter 6. Blame shifting, it's never their fault. One of the hallmarks of a toxic person is their inability to take responsibility for their actions. They are masters of blame shifting, always pointing the finger at someone else. You, their parents, their boss, the neighbor's dog. It's never their fault, always someone else's. They will twist the narrative, rewrite the story to make themselves look like the victim. And you know what? Sometimes you actually start to believe them. You start to question yourself, your actions, your role in the situation. Chapter 7. Boundaries. What boundaries? Boundaries. They're essential in any healthy relationship, romantic or otherwise. But in toxic relationships, boundaries are non-existent. Your partner bulldozes right over them, like they don't even matter. They disregard your need for space, your need for time alone, your need for privacy. They expect you to be at their beck and call 24/7, and they get angry when you assert your independence. Chapter 8. Money, money, money. Who's controlling the purse strings? Now, financial control, this is a huge red flag in any relationship. It can be subtle at first. Maybe they start questioning your spending habits, making you feel bad about buying things for yourself. Or maybe they try to control all the finances, limiting your access to money, making you financially dependent on them. And you know what? This kind of control, it's all about power. They want to have the upper hand, want to make you feel powerless and trapped. Chapter 9. Abuse, when it turns physical or emotional. This is a tough one to talk about, but it needs to be said. Physical or emotional abuse is never acceptable, ever. If your partner is hitting you, kicking you, slapping you, that's physical abuse, plain and simple. But emotional abuse can be just as damaging. Even if it's harder to see, it can be name-calling, put-downs, threats, intimidation, anything that makes you feel small, worthless, and afraid. Chapter 10. Threats and intimidation, living in fear. Threats and intimidation, they create a climate of fear and control in a relationship. It can be anything from veiled threats to outright physical intimidation. Maybe they threaten to hurt you, to hurt themselves, to hurt someone you love. Maybe they punch walls, throw things, break things, all to intimidate you, to keep you in line. This kind of behavior is unacceptable, and it's a sign that the relationship is dangerous and needs to end. Look, I know this is a lot to take in, but it's important stuff. If you recognize any of these signs in your relationship, it's crucial to seek help and support. Talk to a trusted friend, a family member, a therapist, anyone you feel comfortable with. Remember, you are not alone. There are people out there who care about you, who want to help you. You deserve to be in a healthy and loving relationship, one that brings you joy, not pain. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more important content.